Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Julia. Today we are doing another pick a card reading. On today's pick a card reading, the topic is what makes you so unique? What is your je ne sais quoi? And I hope I said that right. I'm not sure if I did, but I hope so. So we're gonna have 5 piles. Let me go ahead and show you the piles. For pile 1, we have this vape right here, and the flavor is white gummy bear. Pile 1. Pile 2, we have the flavor pink lemonade. This is pile 2. Pile 3, this cool purple and green one, we have the flavor Fuji apple ice. It's pile 3. Pile 4, we have the flavor pumpkin pie. It's pile 4. And then pile 5, last but not least, we have the blow pop flavor. So these are the 5 piles. As per usual, timestamps will be in the description and in the comments. So I will see you guys at your pile. Oh, and if you are feeling called to, I hope you will like and subscribe. I'll see you guys at your pile, okay? Oops. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the white gummy bear flavor vape, pile 1, this is your reading. What makes you so unique? What is your je ne sais quoi? So let's get right into it. Okay, so coming out first, we have Storm. And what I'm gathering from this pile 1 is that you have the ability to withstand the storm. You have an immense amount of power. You have the ability to call a storm in on somebody too if you really wanted to, which I really don't feel like you do that too often. I don't feel like you're a vicious or mean person at all in these cards I'm seeing here, pile 1. I also have a feeling too with occupation in reverse. You do things and you make it not look hard. Even if something does require like a lot of effort or is hard, you make it look easy. You make things look like it's not hard work for you. It looks like you don't have to work hard to get something done. Also coming out, we have the Thinking Man and 4th chakra archangel Raphael. So you move from your heart space. Yes, you're very wise. I can tell you're very smart. But what I'm getting from this is you make ultimately, when it comes down to it, you make decisions from your heart, not from your mind. You move from your heart space, and that's very beautiful energy to be in. We also have gambling and divorce. And what I'm getting from this is you're not somebody who's, what's the word I'm looking for? It just left my mind. But you know, somebody who's making like risky decisions, living foolishly, taking big gambles with their money, their life, their health. No, and with divorce coming out next to that, what I'm getting is you're quick to cut something or someone off if you feel that it's become too much of a risk for your own well-being. I feel your cutoff game is on fleek, on par. Like you are quick to cut something or someone off if you realize that it's too much of a risk, too much of a gamble for you. And I think this is very unique because not a lot of people, I think, expect that of you. Right here we have, let's see, spiritual strength, passion ignited, triumphant success in reverse, sacrifice, and then prosperity begins. So this is kind of giving me a little bit of a storyline, pile 1. I feel that there's a lot of things that maybe didn't come to you easily. I feel there was a lot of sacrifices you had to make, and you were willing, and that goes kind of really hand in hand with what I saw in the divorce card of being able to cut something off, separate yourself from something, to remove yourself from something. Especially with this triumphant success, it is have a sword on it. So when things didn't things that don't come to you easily, you know what you have to cut off, the sacrifices you have to make in order for your prosperity to begin, and you do that. You take the necessary steps and remove what needs to be removed and cut off in order to keep moving forward. And with spiritual strength and passion ignited, ooh, just look at that. Look at how much power you have. You have so much spiritual strength and power. Very wise, very evolved, extremely wise. And like I said, from this first row, you move from your heart space. Especially, I mean, look at her heart. Look at the green around her heart. Look at that flame. And then also having, 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. That's the heart chakra. Man, your heart chakra is lit. You are very, very, very much a heart-centered person. You move from the heart. You have a huge heart. and you move from your heart. And not a lot of people have that. A lot of people are still in a real deep, heavy healing process, and that's okay. But it makes it harder for them to move from their heart. You know what I mean? Healing is a journey and a process, and it feels to me you've done a lot of work to heal your heart, and that's so beautiful. Also coming out here, we have Queen of Pentacles and the Strength in reverse. And I'm channeling two separate messages from this. First and foremost, I want to say, my God, I just realized something. You have strength in reverse 3 times on the board. Let me tell you what I'm getting from that. It has nothing to do with not being strong. No, 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 no. Quite the opposite. I think you have an extreme power and strength. You are humble. Wow, pile 1. You are so humble. You can have a lot or not a lot. You can be filthy rich or have just almost nothing to your name, and you remain the same as in terms of being humble. Like, even if you have everything in the world, you're still such a humble person. Wow. Like, you know you have like a certain spiritual strength and power. You know it. You feel it in your being. You know the power and strength you hold, but you remain humble, and and it's like you don't abuse or take your power for granted. I've never seen that before in any of the readings I've had. 3 strengths come out like that, and immediately I knew it meant that you're humble. Amazing. Yeah, right here we have Peacock, Crocodile, and Lion in reverse. Ooh, pile 1. No one would guess the amount of power you hold by looking at you. They wouldn't know it. I think you're very pleasing to the eye. Very pleasing. With this peacock here, you're very pleasing to the eye. But then with Crocodile and Lion coming out in reverse, I'm getting, but you hide the amount of power you hold because you remain humble. You're humble. You don't abuse it. Oh my God, the cat's about to jump on the camera. No, baby. No, Venus. Oh my God. You guys are that pile. all these cats, all these lions on the board, and here comes Venus. Yeah, I know you guys are magnetic. Check you out. Oh boy. Yes, and then right here we have the King of Swords. Hi, baby. Yes, I love you. Okay, sorry about that. We have King of Swords and the 6 of Cups in reverse. I'm actually receiving 2 messages off of this for you guys. First and foremost, even though you move from your heart space, you are no dummy by any means, not even close. You know how to use your, even though you live from your heart, you don't make foolish decisions based off of your emotions. What I'm getting with the 6 of Cups and King of Swords, it's like it's almost like, what's that? Not ambidextrous, but that ambivert is what I'm getting. You know, like somebody who's introverted and extroverted. It's like you can go left brain and right brain, and you know when to switch it on and off. It's like you know when to not. You know when to speak. You always are in your heart space, but you know when you have to make logical decisions and how to use your mind. Also, on a side note, I am channeling that, and this won't be for everybody, but there will be somebody for sure in this pile who had a male father-like figure. Could have been a father, grandfather, here even pop. Or even possibly an uncle who passed away when you were a child. This person is around you. This person is on like your spirit team. They're like one of your guides who's constantly around you, protecting you. Okay? Yeah, and that came through too when I was, yeah, and I just got a ringing in my right ear. Yes, this person has a message for you. It's something that's already, I feel, kind of come out in this, because when I was pulling these cards out, so I have a specific way, I have little cues when I read my cards, just even when I'm shuffling them, the way they fall out and what it means. And I know when there's a spirit that comes through. And when this card came out like this, but it's like, you know how what do they call that, like the cowboy shuffle, and you're moving your cards and then they all out? Well, when my cards do that, that's to me a sign of a spirit coming through. This has been like that for me for years. And the first 2 cards that came out, then next was this King of Swords. And right away I knew this would be a male spirit coming through. And then I looked on it, and there's a butterfly right here over his heart, which for me, butterflies, you know, is a sign of transformation. This is somebody who's transformed from this realm to the next, okay? And with this 6 of Cups in reverse, this is telling me this might have been somebody who passed away when you were a child. So that won't be for everybody, I'm sure of that. But for somebody, this presence wants you to know he is around. They're still protecting you, watching over you, and giving you love. Okay, so also let me get back now to the rest of the reading. We have the Lovers in reverse, Ten of Pentacles reverse, Strength in reverse, and Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. You know, you're humble. You know you can call in storms on people, and you know you could you could turn someone's whole life upside down. But you remain humble and choose not to. You choose not to destroy things when you know you can. You know you have that power, and you choose not to abuse it. As a matter of fact, you're actually very giving, very sharing. Even when you don't have much, you could be down to like almost nothing, and you'd still give the shirt off your back to somebody if they really needed it. And I feel that. I feel you're a very humble, very generous person. Highly spiritual energy right here. Also, last but not least, we're getting towards the bottom here. We have Eight of Wands, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're quick to call people out too. People think they could play games with you, and you're quick to like as soon as you could tell somebody's trying to hurt you, you're not going to lose any sleep over it. You're quick to call someone out and let them know, I'm not going to let you play games with me. You're quick to defend yourself and stand your ground. These are the things that make you so unique. Your je ne sais, I hope I'm saying this right, je ne sais quoi, is the amount of power you hold and that you don't abuse. You know you have enough power where you could really do some damage to people, but you choose not to because you're that spiritually elevated, and you choose to remain humble. But you still don't really take from nobody. You know what I mean? Very, very, you've got big, big spiritual power. You have a lot of strength, and you choose to not show it off. You choose to remain very humble. That is what makes you so unique. Because most people get just a little bit of power, a little bit of strength, and they out there flexing. They out there, oh, let me show you to the gotcha. Sorry. You know, but you've actually got the big guns, but you choose not to show it off. You just, you know, kind of like that was that saying, never make the mistake of assuming that the person of peace is unskilled at war. Like you're not going to let nobody victimize you or hurt you, but you got the power to do damage, but you choose not to because you're humble and spiritually evolved, and that is what makes you so unique, pile one. Very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and take it to pile two. I hope this resonated. If it did, please feel called to like and subscribe. I sure would love to see you here again. See you guys in another pile or another reading. Ooh, you guys might be ones who choose another pile too then, huh? Okay, I'll see you there then. Hi, pile two. If you chose pink lemonade, the pink lemonade flavor, pile two, this is your reading. What makes you so unique? What is your je ne sais quoi? So let's get right into it. So coming out, we have Fearless in reverse, Union in reverse, and Manifest. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, so pile two, what I'm getting from this is that even when you actually have fears that something's not going to come together and work, you go for it anyways. You give it a shot. You give it all you got. You don't care. You move past your fears and you try it out anyways. And then what I'm seeing here with Mature Woman in Guidebook. Okay, this is really interesting. This came out in pile 1, 2, but it was quite different. Both of you guys have like a spirit message that came out. I believe that, and this won't be for all of you, this won't be, but for some of you, what I'm getting is that, and this came out in another reading too, and in like 2 piles. You might be from one of my other readings. You have a mother figure, and this won't be for all of you, I'm sure of that, who's on the other side, who is a guide for you, and she's giving you guidance all the time. And this is kind of what makes you unique, is that you get, I think, a lot of spiritual insights and guidance. Even if you don't have a mother figure who passed over, and that could be mother, grandmother, godmother, auntie, somebody, a nurturing feminine, or maybe they might not have even been necessarily nurturing, but a feminine energy who passed over. Whether you have it or not, it's your guidance. You have a lot of guidance Oh my God, we have guidance, crown chakra, and unicorn. You know the unicorn? Man, your upper chakras are wide open. Your third eye, wide open. Your crown, like you be knowing. You're probably very claircognizant, maybe even clairvoyant and clairaudient. But your claircognizance is the big thing I'm going to hear. Like, you be knowing. You be knowing. You have a lot of spiritual knowledge, whether you know it or not. Some people, they have it just innately in them, and they don't even, some people haven't been all the way awakened to know that they are that spiritually advanced, but you definitely are. Also right here with pregnancy in reverse, what I'm getting here is, yes. I feel there's been a lot of times where you've had new beginnings or things that you wanted to begin that didn't take off. And this kind of goes really hand in hand. I'm seeing this repeated in a few different cards here where things you wanted to begin didn't take off maybe as you wanted, but you just keep going. You keep trying. You don't give up. Oh man, what makes you unique? My God. Look at right here. We have healer of all ages and magician in the mirror. Wow, pile 2, you are powerful. You are a healer. You are a healer. And there's many, healers come in many forms. We also have first chakra, Archangel Michael, coming out in reverse. And let me tell you what I'm getting from this. Not that he's not with you, quite the opposite. I think there's been many tests and times in your life where you couldn't feel the help or support of anyone or anything. But your guides were always there. You know they were always there. But there's been many times where you felt like, God, I don't feel strong enough to do this. I don't feel strong enough to do this. And that was part of the test to see if you would go for it anyways. It's kind of like with this up here, this fearless card in reverse. It's like, even when you don't feel like you have the strength, or I don't think I'll be able to do this, that you keep going. And this goes right here. This just mimics that manifestation card. You make it happen. You still give it a shot. You do not give up on yourself. Regardless of feeling if you have the strength or not, you just do it. You do it. It's like the Nikes, just do it. And you just do it, even if you feel like you can't, even if you don't feel strong enough, somehow you just do it. Right here oh yes, crown chakra. I mean, man, if this doesn't tell you how lit your crown chakra is, I don't know what will, but man, you guys are awake. You guys are all the way awake. We have recognition and reward in reverse. Oh, there's been so many times where you did, I just heard the word miraculous. Things that most people would call miraculous. You made miracles happen. When things that nobody thought or believed in you could do, you did it. And then people didn't give you your flowers. People are quick to not want to give you your flowers. You've had a lot of obstacles. Obstacles and challenge, material harvest reverse, temptation reverse. Man. Oh God, pile 1. Oh, I just called you pile 1. There might be a message for you in pile 1. Pile 2. There's been so many obstacles that come your way, and you somehow still keep going and make it happen. And even when people don't try to recognize the greatness that you're doing and the attempts that you make. We also have temptation here in reverse, which is a beautiful thing. I think a lot of you have given up some kind of things that were very toxic. Some of you might have be fighting or have fought and given up addictions. Alcoholism. Addictions come in so many different forms, and I don't care what anyone says. We all have one or another. There is nobody walking this earth who doesn't have some kind of escapism or something that keeps them stuck in the void. It's what, when things get hot and heavy or too heavy and we want to get out of ourselves, we all have ways of, distracting ourselves or escaping. And whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, eating, overeating, shopping, shoplifting, people have all kinds of different vices, and I feel like you've really released a lot of them. You've let go of a lot of them, and that is something that is very unique about you, because that in itself, I mean, wow, that in itself is a miracle. That's a miracle. It is not easy to give up these things that hold us back, what holds us back from reaching our greatest good, and I think you've done a lot of really great work to give up and shed the things that were holding you back. We have Knight of Swords in reverse. and Queen of Cups. Wow. I feel like this has been a situation, probably it could be currently or even in the recent past, where you chose to put your sword down and move from your heart. You chose to be loving and kind and put your sword down instead of fighting in a situation. You had an opportunity to really go there with somebody, and I feel instead of going there with someone, you chose to put your sword down and move from a place of love and compassion. And boy, does that make you unique, because man, you don't see it often these days, right? Okay, we also have, Chariot and the Fool in reverse. A lot of things just didn't take off for you. I think you've had a lot of things that just didn't take off. There was a lot of new, just to me it kind of echoes that pregnancy in reverse. There's a lot of new beginnings that were really hard to get off the ground, but you just keep going. You just keep going. You don't give up on yourself, and I think that's so beautiful. I really think this is like a reading I did, like, let me brag about you. That's brag worthy right there. You don't give up on yourself. That is your je ne sais quoi, that you do not give up on yourself. That is brag worthy, pile 2. Very. You don't give up. You don't give up on yourself. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, and the Empress upright. Man, you don't let nobody treat you like you. People try to not give you your credit. People try to act like she ain't the Queen of Wands, she ain't all that. And you're like, no, baby, I'm not going to run after you, regardless of how you act. And this is whether you're a male or a female, because you're like, you're right, I'm not the Queen of Wands. I'm the Empress. Whether they see it or not, and I think by the time a lot of people see it, it's too late. You're like, you're a day late, a dollar short. Now that once they finally realize it and see you for your truth of what you really are, right? Yes. 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. You're a hard worker. You do not give up by any means. No matter how long it takes, you put the work in. You're a hard worker. You put a lot of hard work into yourself, and you take your time doing it. And you don't give up. Even if it doesn't take off right at first, it's like, what is that, like, to withstand the test of time? Like, you put in the hard work. Beaver and Unicorn. A lot of people don't see, maybe a lot of people don't see all the hard work that you put into something, because they're unable to recognize what it is exactly you are. Because what is a unicorn? It's a mythical creature. People don't believe in them a lot. A lot of people don't believe they're real. People don't see the amount of hard work you put into things, how much care you put into your surroundings in your home. They don't see how spiritual and rare and unique you are. I mean, talk about unique. Coming out as the unicorn, pile 2. Look at you. You're as unique as they come. People are like, you're not supposed to even exist. And yet here you are, making things happen, never giving up, regardless of who can see your beauty and your light. I feel like maybe when you were younger, you might not have had a lot of wise guidance, but yet somehow you're always guided out of situations, I'm hearing, that were either harmful. Like, you've always had guides there, but it might not have always come. I'm not saying you had bad parents. I believe it'll be different for all of you, but with mature women in reverse, it's like, regardless of if somebody was there to give you, say, to parent you or to give you the correct guidance, somehow you always made it through. You had the crown chakra and guidance, like, you had the spiritual guidance. You're a healer. You help people. You make things happen, and you take steps, regardless of if you think it's going to work or not. You just don't give up on yourself. And that is what makes you so unique. Wow, I love this energy, pile 2. I hope you feel called to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in another reading, or maybe another pile. Hi, pile 3. If you chose this, babe, the Fuji apple ice flavor, pile 3, this is your reading. What makes you so unique? What is your je ne sais quoi? So let's just start at the beginning, pile 3. Wow. I mean, wow, you might be a tarot reader yourself or work with some kind of divination, and if you don't, I think you probably should, because you, pile 3, can read the signs. You can recognize the signs, you know how to read synchronicities, and you read it everywhere you go. You might even be a medium, I'm kind of feeling that too, but you definitely have a strong connection to the other side. That's what I'm getting off of this contact card. Okay? We have contact, music in reverse, and confidence. And what I'm channeling off of these 3 cards with music in reverse and confidence, really what I'm getting from this is the signs that other people cannot see or hear, you do hear. With that contact, you do hear it. You can see and hear things that other people cannot, and you're confident about it. You know what you're seeing. You trust your intuition. This is what makes you so unique. A lot of people might have even at some point or another thought you were crazy, or like, well, how do you even know that? How can you be sure? But you're confident in what you see and know. You're confident in the signs you seek. I'm also getting that off of this family room. I know that like most people would think, oh, this has something to do with family, or well, maybe in other readings it does, but I channel. And what I'm channeling off of this family room, if you could see a little closer, there's all these pictures. You see all these pictures for me? These are all, for me, these are like signs. Being able to see like the symbols here. You can read signs, you see signs, symbols, and image, and everything, everything and everywhere. Not just in, say, tarot cards. You could be out somewhere driving and you could see like a bird and you're like, oh, I know that's a sign. It means that you might look up on, hey, Google, what does seeing a hummingbird mean? Or you see the signs everywhere. You can divine. You can divine information from anything. You are highly intuitive. You know things. You know how to see the signs. You read the signs and you read them correctly, and other people can't see that. And this is what makes you very unique, pile 3. Very, very unique. Because other people are like, how do they even freaking know? Like, you might not even tell people all the time the signs you see or how you divine and intuit your information. And so you sometimes you just say things and know things, and people are like, how did you know that? How did you figure that out? But you just know, because you know how to read the signs. You can read the omens. You see it, you know it, you hear it, you see it everywhere. It's not like you could read, I'm sure you'd be great at reading tarot, or maybe even scrying, or, you know, other forms of divination, maybe, you know, water scrying. There's tons of, you know, shell casting, or as I say, you know, like, not throwing bones, but bone casting, shell casting. Like there's so many different ways to divine information and to read omens, and you are great at it. You probably even hear signs, yes, and music, but you hear and see things that other people do not. And you're confident. You know what you're seeing and reading. You know how to read the signs clearly. Okay, that's what makes you so unique, because other people are probably like, whoa, man, what are you talking about? I don't think so. But you're like, no, I know what I'm seeing and hearing, and you're right. You're always right. Okay, also right here, this is a side note, like a side message coming up here. I've got to get more into this. I might have to pull a couple more cards on this. See, unexpected income, house, imprisonment. Something happened in your past, I feel. Somebody tried to stop something from happening to you. I know with the little rat right here in imprisonment, in most situations I would be like, yeah, somebody got told on, but I'm not seeing it in this card. I mean, right, for this reading. What I'm getting is like I'm seeing the animal, this rat, mouse, whatever it is, more like in this situation, a spirit animal. I feel something happened to, this is just confirming what I'm seeing up here, is something happened. There was a situation in the past where I feel somebody was trying to do something, but spirit guided you and you heeded the guidance before somebody was trying to stop you from getting something or something good happening to you. Somebody was trying to do something bad. Somebody had you effed up. I'll put it to you like that. But spirit came and let you know what was going on, what somebody was trying to do. This is what I feel. Yeah. Also here I'm seeing, oh gosh, oh you poor babies. We have broken heart and door to romance. Oh, pile 3, you've had quite the test in the romantic department, I see. But you know what's so beautiful about you, my pile 3? Look at that. You also have heart chakra upright. Man, oh man, have you been through it in the love department? Oh boy. Have you been through it in the love department, pile 3? And regardless, you maintain an open heart. That is what makes you so unique. That is beautiful. Perhaps it's been hurt to the point where you might have had it closed up for a while, but at this time, currently, you are either healing it as we speak or it is healed as we speak. But you have a big, beautiful, open heart, my pile 3. Regardless of all of the trials you've had in the love department, I'm seeing. Poor babies. I'm right there with you. Okay, so I'm also seeing, let's see, not just in the love department, huh, pile 3? Yes, you've had quite some hurdles thrown in your path. We have the temple path in reverse, door mourning in reverse, hostilities in reverse, door to value in reverse, but then movement, choices, and decisions. This is like with this little mouse rat up here that I was saying that's really, I wasn't seeing it as somebody being a rat to you, though that could have happened in the past because we've all had people who have been spiteful of us at some point, right? But I'm really more seeing this as there's been a lot of hurdles where people did not have good intentions for you, but you were able to make the correct choices and movement forward despite the fact of people who wanted to be hostile towards you, who were calling in a storm. You made it through these storms and were able to make it onto your correct path and make the correct decisions and movement forward because you knew how to read the signs. You knew how to read the signs, the symbols. You knew how to read what was going on. You knew how to follow your intuition. And you always had guidance and you listened to it. You followed your intuitive hits. That is what makes you so unique. We have moving, letting go, and Mercury retrograde. Ooh. So I feel what I'm seeing moving is that you've been able to move on and let go of things that needed to be let go of. But I think a lot of things from the past, when they see, you know, that you've been able to move forward and they recognize then just how unique of a person you really are and the kind of gifts you really do have, and they become really enlightened to, wow, this person was right. They weren't crazy, or they really did see through all that. They want to come back, right? Then people want to come back. Then they're like, okay, maybe I should go back in that direction. And I think you're like, with that let go card next to it, you're like, yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. So I said that in another reading. This is bringing me up to another reading from another pile from another reading. It was the Pitch Perfect. Whoever told me what the name was in the comments, a couple people let me know, thank you. Yes, Pitch Perfect, where the girl's like, better not. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were that pile. That's you. People come back from the past when they realize just how unique you really are, and you're like, no, better not. You let it go. I love it. Also, I'm seeing here, ooh, look at this. We have Strength, and then this Page of Swords in reverse. And if you look at this Page of Swords, this is from the Double Majors deck. Let me just turn this upright. I know it's a little bit far, but if you could see in this Page of Swords, he can't spy on her. Like, you know, you think of this Page of Swords as like someone who's spying or watching. And a lot of times they have that sword up, like they're trying to find something out, like they've got maybe sometimes a malicious intent. Well, this person somebody might have been trying to spy on you with bad intentions, but look at the birds coming from above attacking. People don't realize the amount of strength you have, and you have a lot of it. You've maintained the ability to take control of your life, and people who had those ill intentions aren't able to watch you because spirit attacks them and they never see it coming. Yes, yes. Even look down here. We have Vulture and Eagle in reverse. A lot of vultures who have, you know, especially with these hostilities and storm warnings up here, people who had ill intentions for you. They didn't know that, they didn't see that you were the eagle. They were unable to see, they thought you were, like, kind of looked at you like, oh yeah, look at this person. We're going to go after it. This is like something to prey on. But they didn't know that you're an eagle. You're like the king or queen of the sky. They didn't realize what a high perspective you are. They didn't realize how much spiritual guidance you have. That you were able to see things from a higher perspective than they were able to see. You could go fly higher than they were able to fly. That you were able to rise above situations they could never make it out of. And that's how they greatly underestimated you. They didn't see all your spiritual strength and the heights you were able to fly. They didn't see the spiritual guidance you had. They were unable to sit there and watch you and attack you. At least they tried, right? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, baby. And you've been able to maintain the ability to give and love to yourself, to maintain somebody who's nurturing, somebody who's has fertile soil. You can manifest. Things grow. You bring life to situations. Despite the fact of not getting what you want many, many times over, things didn't go as you wished in the love department, but you never stopped loving yourself. This has probably been quite a journey. And for that reason, you have a promising new beginning coming your way, backed by the universe. My pile 3, I love this for you. I love it. And then these parts, I think, you know, whenever I get a bunch of cards that just like fall out, even though it's a lot, sometimes I'll take it because usually it's telling a little storyline of something that needs to be told. So what I'm seeing here is people who chose not to begin something with you because they wanted to keep you a secret. You refused to be a secret and start things with people because you knew that you are worth more than that. You knew that you were able to see your self-worth. You knew what you wanted. You knew you deserved more. You don't want a half love. You want a soulmate. So you chose not to move forward with people who weren't who were iffy about choosing you and trying to triangulate you and put you in third-party situations and have, you know, all kinds of other things going on. You've chosen not to give to those things, and that's why you have a fresh new beginning now. Pile 3. And it is backed by the universe. A brand new beginning awaits you, or it's already happening. This is your Je Ne Sais Quoi. It is your intuition, your ability to see the signs and not doubt yourself, to know what you are seeing and hearing. You see and hear what other people cannot. And even when other people cannot, and they might be like, man, what are you talking about? You have confidence in what you see and saw. You don't doubt yourself and you don't doubt spirit. And that is what makes you so unique, pile 3. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and take it to pile 4. If this resonated, I hope you'll feel called to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in another reading or maybe another pile. Bye. Ooh. Hi, pile 4. If you chose pumpkin pie, pile 4, this is your reading. So let's get right into it. What makes you so unique, pile 4? What is your Je ne sais quoi? Okay, so right here we have voice, gifted in reverse, and innocence in reverse. Ooh, I'm hearing Britney Spears. I'm not that innocent. Okay. So this is what I'm getting. Oh, people greatly underestimate you. People greatly underestimate you. A lot of people don't think you have it in you. They don't, maybe it's just not at first sight, or they just don't want it to be that you are as gifted as you are, but you are. And some of you could even possibly be singers, speakers, songwriters, but there's something about your voice. You could have a very beautiful voice, or it could just be simply that you have the ability to speak. You can have the ability to speak life into people. You have great power with your words. And a lot of people underestimate this in you. Yes, and a lot of people, I think they think that you have like a certain, I don't know, maybe naivete, or that you're just like almost too innocent or too nice, or they just don't see, there's something about people, there's something in you that people don't see. And I think by the time they figure it out, it's, well, day late and a dollar short, right? Because you're not that innocent. Sorry. Okay, let me keep going. Also, I'm seeing here, oh, this touches my heart. Okay, I can read this in a few different ways that I'm seeing. For some of you, there's something that happened, it feels like what would be like an unfortunate or unlucky situation when you were a child. That some of you might have had a troubled childhood, or something that happened where maybe you might have been awarded to the courts, or something happened, or it was just something that was unlucky in childhood. Maybe foster care, or it could be that even as an adult, that some of you had something that was really, really unlucky and unfortunate that happened, that you might have been involved with the courts, where they tried to, you know, take your child, whether it was temporary or permanently. And somehow, and my heart goes out to anybody who's experienced this on either end, whether it was, you know, that it happened to you as a child, or as an adult, that, you know, somehow the courts got involved with your children. My heart goes out to you. You know, that is one of the toughest things for anybody. Anything that, when it comes to children, is so hard on someone's heart. It's so tough. A very heartbreaking situation. And I feel some of you have survived that. And as hard as it is, it's one of those things that I think it's like kind of like a Chiron type injury, where it's like it takes your whole life. It'll be like a scar. You know what I mean? It's something that you never fully heal from, but somehow you've not let that crush and destroy you. You've come out of that, and it's given you great strength, because a lot of people are like, I could have never survived something like that. I don't know how they got through that, you know? And that's something that's very unique about you. I'm also seeing, yes, hostilities in reverse and appreciation. So one of the things that makes you just so unique, pile 4, is that despite the fact that you're not hostile to people, even when they don't appreciate you, people who show you no appreciation for the things that you do for them, you don't become hostile or mean to them. You're not vicious. You're not somebody who tries to hurt other people, even when you feel they deserve it, and even when they probably do deserve it. You're still not hostile and hurtful to people. I see here too, deception, envy, triumph, ooh, trapped in fear, memories of love in reverse, shadow in reverse, conflict and defeat. Okay, you've had a lot of deception and envy a lot around you. A lot of people who have had an envious eye and been working from that place that these are people who are moving from their shadow, and they haven't done the shadow work yet, and they've tried to bring you a lot of conflict and defeat. And these might be even people who you were involved with in the past, but they weren't able to keep you trapped in fear. You were able to move forward past them, because these people greatly underestimate the amount of strength you have due to the things that you have been through and experienced in life, pile 4. You've been through it, and you've not let it turn you cold or hard, yet you are no fool and you are no dummy. Yes, I see here too that you have, through everything and all the experience you've been through, it's formed you and shaped you into such a wise and strong person, that you take caution with people who were not quick to give you their love and feelings. You don't wait for them to come back, and you're not quick to open your heart back up to them, because you're not a fool. You know to be careful and cautious. When someone shows you once, that's all they have to show you. You're like, okay, I thank you for showing me your true colors. You're doing me a great favor. You're doing me a huge favor here by showing me who you truly are, because now that I see you, you know, it's not that you necessarily hate them or anything, but sometimes you just have to love people from a distance, and you do that because you've been through enough where you know, I don't want to keep going through it, right? Yeah, I see that here. Also, ooh, look at this. People with all their deception and envy, when they come around you and they try to control a situation or a narrative about you and around you, they might even be trying to do a lot of rumors and gossip and get other people involved. You want to know why? A lot of them, and I don't feel that you're hostile to these people, but they're never successful. They never win in these situations where they try to get, you know, bring a lot of conflict and defeat you. You want to know why? Because here comes your spirit guide. I'm not that innocent. Ooh, you got some vicious spirit guides who got your back, who are very protective over you. This makes you extremely unique, because you got the spiritual backing that a lot of other people don't have, because of everything you've been through. And you've been through, it's like you've been tempered. You've been through the fire, you know. You've been shaped and formed into the character you are today, but a lot of people don't know all the things that you've been through and what's made you who you are. They don't see it at first, because I'm sure you're not just going to open up and show your whole history when you first meet somebody. So a lot of people underestimate the spiritual backing that you have. And so when people try to come for you, they don't realize this is what they're going to end up coming for. Not that innocent. Not you. You're not hostile. It's the spirits they're going to have to deal with. This is what makes you so unique. It's everything you've survived. Your guides are so protective over you now. You've already been through enough. You've been through enough, and that doesn't mean people don't try to come for you. It means they're not successful when they do. This makes you very unique, and I think you're still, despite everything you have been through, pile 4, you're still a very giving person. You're still very kind to people. You offer things to people, but you don't want to be hurt anymore. You're in a process of healing because you've been through so much in your life. so much that healing in your life has now probably become a lifetime process, which really it is for all of us, because healing isn't something that happens overnight. We are always continuing our healing process and trying to help heal others, right? Well, hopefully, you know. But once somebody shows you that they're not trying to help you heal, and that you give to them and you see that they're going to try to hurt you, you no longer look in their direction. You just keep moving forward. That is like your je ne sais quoi. You're like, nope, been there, done that, I've learned my lesson. And a lot of people underestimate how much you're able to see through their illusions. People don't know that you have night vision. People don't know you see it all because of everything you've experienced. You can see in the dark. You don't have to do it in front of you for you to know what's up and what's really going on, right? Like, you know, like you got permanent night vision goggles on. It's like people can sit there and try to hide as much and be sneaky and do things, and you already know. You see right through the illusions. And people don't realize just how protective. They don't see this huge protection around you. They don't see this huge protective, like, your spirit guides are so loving and protective over you. And so it's like, when people try to do things, they don't realize that you see and know everything that's going on, and that it's not you they're going to have to deal with. It's your spiritual backing. You're not going to sit, and you're also not the one who's going to sit around and wait to see what's going to happen to them. You just keep moving forward with your life as your guides want you to, because you've already been through so much. And a lot of people don't see that when they first look at you. This is your je ne sais quoi. It's like there's something about you that it's kind of like you don't look like what you've been through. That's, I guess, the best way I could say it. Your je ne sais quoi is you look nothing like what you've been through. People wouldn't know it by looking at you. And so a lot of people underestimate what you're willing to put up with and how gifted you are and how backed you are spiritually. And so because of the fact that you're not hostile or mean. So a lot of people think like, oh, they're so nice. I wouldn't have ever expected this person's been through so many things. I would have never expected that this person survived so much. Oh my God, I would have never been able to, if I hadn't been through that, I would have been, they would have expected to see somebody who's crazy and on the streets or in jail or in prison. And they're like, wow, look at you, just so well-rounded and nice and kind. I would have never expected you've been through so much. And so a lot of people, I think, when they first see you, not knowing that you've been through what you've been through and how wise you are, they might get there's a lot of jealousy and envy, and they might try to try you. And that's when, you're just like, hey, I'm not going to deal with this. I keep moving forward. And then your guides come after them. And that is what makes you so unique, is you just keep moving forward victoriously. You don't look back to see what's happening to them because you already know it's taken care of. You're like, I don't have to deal with this. It'll be dealt with. And that is what makes you so very unique, Pile 4. So you don't look like what you've been through, and you keep moving forward. You don't let it break you. You let it make you. Very nice. Very rare. And I love this for you. I think that's great that you found so much strength, that you've let everything you've been through shape you into the person you are today. That is something very beautiful and definitely very unique, Pile 4. So I'm going to go ahead and take it to Pile 5. I hope you'll feel called to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in another reading or another pile. Bye. Hi, Pile 5. If you chose the Blow Pop flavored vape, Pile 5, this is your reading. What makes you so unique? What is your je ne sais quoi? So let's get right into it, Pile 5. I want to say, from what I'm seeing here, Pile 5, is you always figure it out, don't you? You're that person who will figure it out. You always figure it out. If I had a problem that I couldn't figure out or solve, I would think you're the person I would go to. Because you're the person who will always figure it out and find a way. When something seems impossible, you find a way. That's what I'm seeing here, Pile 5. Okay, so let's just start at the top. You could be somebody possibly who might identify as a starseed. You don't have to, but I believe that you have a lot of guidance and knowledge that is downloaded to you from higher realms, and you have a way of translating it into something like simplifying that. Like, you can take this knowledge that would be very hard for other people to comprehend, and you can simplify it and apply it. great mental energy here. Great mental skills. Also, you have something very unique about you is the way you can put endings to things. Like you'll put an ending to like when people are doing things that are not, you know, people who think they're smarter than you, or they're trying to, you know, do things that are not like, how do I say, standing tall or righteous, or they're not doing things in good standing or in good faith. You always find a way, the pathway. You make a way when it seems like there wouldn't be one. You put an ending to people's bad plans. Also, I'm seeing here, I'm seeing two different energies, and this won't be for everybody, probably for only a select few of you. But I'm feeling an older male, like a father type energy, and also a female who's not that much older, maybe like a sister, best friend, cousin, from the other side, who is for some of you coming through, that they are with you, and they are constantly helping you out, and they are like guides in your spirit team now. Okay, I just want to put that out there for some of you, not all of you. Also, I'm seeing here with patience and it's just over and over. Patience and mental conflict in reverse. We have patience on the board twice. Twice. Boy, you guys know how to pause, stop, and think. You guys are you guys are great strategists. You have great mental energy. You're very smart. You don't sweat it. You sit back and you're like, okay, there's a way, and you figure it out every single time. And I feel like you guys have been in situations that felt like impossible. And yet somehow you figured it out. And it wasn't all anything too crazy, but you made it happen. You figure it out. You're the person who always figures it out. You find a way. And where there isn't one, you make one, and you get out of it. And it's so you're not somebody who stays in mental conflict. You're very patient. You don't rush into things. We also have Angel of Strength. You have a lot of guidance. You have a lot of backing. Action in reverse, and next to patience and the thinking man. You will stop and think something through and find the correct, most efficient way of doing something before rushing into it. Especially in situations like, say it's like, if you find yourself in financial constraints, or like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen. You figure a way out every single time. You're the person who, it's like, I don't know, like, you know, like, in a labyrinth or whatever, you'll find your way out. You'll get out of it. You can put the puzzle pieces together. We have move on, cycles, and manifest. Yeah, when cycles that other people just can't seem to get out of, you always manifest a way out of cycles. Like you are probably a generational curse breaker too. You're the person who's like, the cycle ends here. You find a way of ending cycles and karmic situations, and you put an end to it. Also, what makes you very unique is the way you are able to detach from people who do not give you the love you deserve. People who don't love you right, or don't give you the love that you deserve, and who aren't as loving to you as they should be, you detach from them. With this King of Cups and the Devil in reverse, you've now mastered the art of letting go of things that are not for your greatest good. The people who do not love you right, the people who do not give you love and support like they should, you will manifest from it. People also, like in money situations with my financial constraints, people who don't pay you what they owe you, who don't give you what you've earned, what's due to you, you don't stress it. Because with this Seven of Pentacles, look how she's sitting pretty. Whether you're a male or a female, see how she's sitting pretty with all her money right there? You know you're going to get what you got coming to you. You don't stress it because you know you're going to figure out a way to get what you deserve, to get what's owed to you. And so you're not worried about these people because you know you're going to get it one way or another, because you know every single time you figure it out and you find a way. You find your way out of situations other people would have never been able to make it out of. You make the impossible possible, and it blows people's minds because they're like, how did they do that? But you don't stress it. It's something about the way you stay calm and patient, and you figure it out with that great mental energy you have. Very smart. Very smart. Yeah, people who try to be emotionally manipulative to you, people who try to persuade you by being like, oh, but if you don't do this, you don't love me, or you made me this way. You don't sit there and let people try to mind you. You don't accept it. You're not going to be fucked by somebody, and you're not going to let somebody emotionally manipulate you, because you know you're above that. You see through the manipulation. You're too smart for that. And you're able to manifest blessings and new beginnings and the ability to move forward even when people don't give you the love and support you need. You still manifest forward movement and new beginnings in your life despite the mental conflict and emotional manipulation people have tried to give to you. And that's what makes you different. Oh, you know what? I forgot to give you guys an animal card. Let's get you guys one. Hold on, pile 5. Give me 1 second. Holy Spirit, please show me what makes my pile 5 so unique. Ooh. Oh, that came out in another pile. Let me get one more. Ooh, fuchsia's out. Let me see. Wow. You guys might be, I think it was, I forget if it's pile 1 or pile 2. You guys might be coming from that pile because I swear to God, these same 2 came out in that one. But you guys got a 3rd one. Yes. Okay. People might not feel like, oh yeah, like you have like a solid foundation, or they feel like things are going really slowly for you, but they don't, like look at this unicorn. They don't realize the mental clarity and the ability, your ability, you're a rare breed. You're a rare find. You are truly unique and rare. Unicorns, I said this in the pile that came out, the other pile came out for 2. They're not even supposed to exist. They're not even supposed to be real, but yet here you are. You are very rare. You are one of the people who are able to find their way out of impossible situations and make things happen. You figure it out every single time. Situations that other people are like, there's no way I could have never got out of that. There's no way they're going to get out of that. And you do every single time. And people are just shook by this. It shocks people. This is what makes you unique, is your ability to shock people by how you're able to strategize and maintain your cool and get out of situations that are impossible. Because you don't rush it. You stay calm and you pause and you think and you figure it out. And a lot of people, I think, underestimate the protection you have. I think a lot of people think like, oh, they don't, because with this beaver, I think of like houses and, you know, they're always building their house. And the turtle also has like that shell of protection. A lot of people don't realize that it's like your ability to ward people's bad intentions off is what it feels like. And your ability and how unique and rare your mind is and your intuition. And the way it's like you make it seem so easy. Like with the simplicity, it's like you make it look so easy. It's like you just, your ability to get out of situations, but you do it, it's almost like with style and grace. Like there's like, you make it, it's like people are like, you made it look so easy. Like that was an impossible situation. It's like somebody who's like, it's like, have you ever seen somebody who could put like a puzzle together really fast? Like if they there's like one of those like jigsaw puzzles and there's all these pieces and someone's like, you'll never be able to put that together. But here you're just like, oh, tick, 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 and you can see the whole picture. You can see everything. Even if there's missing puzzle pieces, you're like, nope, I see it, da, 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 and you're able to put everything together and figure it out. Things that other people could never figure out, and you don't lose your cool. You make it look so easy. I can't believe we had patience and like the thinking man and mental conflict in reverse. You are so smart, and your ability to figure things out and get out of the most impossible situations is your je ne sais quoi. And you make it look effortless. You make it look easy. You do it with style and grace. And that is what is so unique about you, Pile 5. And I love it. Not a lot of people can do what you do. Remember, unicorns aren't even supposed to exist. They're like a mythical creature. Like people are like, I've never seen somebody be able to get out of a situation like that, to figure it out, to manifest it, to make it happen, to break free of this, whatever they were in, and come out untouched. And you do it with ease. It's like, what does that say? You're like, I make this look good. That's you, Pile 5. That is you. That's what I have for you today, Pile 5. I hope you'll feel called to like and subscribe. I would sure love to see you here again. And I'll see you guys in another reading.